All right, let's get into WCW Monday Nitro. April 10th, 2000.
Actually, it's... Oh,
yeah, this one's fucked.
Actually, that graphic, though, I kind of like the Nitro graphic coming out. I think it looks kind of good.
You know
like
what's
the girls.
crazy about
That's what
this?
you like, huh? You like the girls?
The WCW Monday Nitro intro that plays here, this might be one that most people probably haven't seen before.
Yeah, they gave up by this point.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as I was watching this. I was like, I don't remember this being brought up very much. But this was an interesting one. It had the Nitro girls, and then WCW logo kind of builds itself with the
I like the logo
thing playing in the
It
background.
was definitely different. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can say I dislike it. I think it's all right.
It's
just
better than the TV one where like all the static or whatever on the next one.
Oh, that one I hate. That's
That
Thunder's,
one's
right?
real bad. No, they
Yeah, I
had
don't
one on Nitro. It was
That
similar.
one, yeah, I'm
They had one
not
similar,
crazy
yeah,
about
yeah.
that one. But
Yeah.
yes. Where's this Nitro at again?
Mobile,
Denver,
Alabama.
Oh, no.
Alabama.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not in Mobile, Alabama. It
Right,
never was in Mobile,
WWF
Alabama.
is
You sure it's
hometown.
not?
It's in Denver, Colorado. Chill, buddy.
Mobile,
Chill.
Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama, right in the backyard of
Right.
Vince McMahon.
Well,
about
before we
that?
talk about WCW Nitro, let's find out what the competition is up to.
Hey, before
over
you
on-
do that, can I
in
tell
Mobile,
you
Alabama, huh?
Can I tell you before you get into that? The April 3rd, 2000 Nitro
Yes.
was not aired. It was off the air. It was in an empty
Whoa.
arena. Tony and Mark Madden were sitting reviewing everything that was in Nitro's past before. So they were just
It was
like,
a best of episode?
it was a bet because like they were restarting everything on this Nitro. So they're like, let's take a look at
Damn.
everything that happened before here. So
Let's look at all the shit that sucked that we're going to
and
try
that
to
got
make
a
you forget about.
1.8 rating on the
Yeah, no
Nitro.
shit.
Terry Funk versus David Flair.
Hogan, which year? More Hogans are
I'm
coming.
sure they showed Luger
Why are we
crossing his
JR?
arms at Mall of America a million times.
Yeah. Oh, God, Luger.
His
Yeah.
vampire
they
shirt.
always show that. Yeah.
The Seinfeld shirt. Yeah, you're right.
All right, go on
Jerry
with the
The puffy shirt.
Yeah.
You know? Raw is War from April 10th, 2000 in Mobile, Alabama, from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Awesome. Mobile.
Show opens with Christian and Edge defeating the Road Dogg and X-Pac with Tori to retain the WWF Tag Titles in 3 minutes.
with Tori. Damn.
With
Yo,
Tori.
shout out Tori, real talk.
Shout out Tori with the green top.
I had a
God bless
clip
you.
going on YouTube this week of Devon doing the "What's Up" to her, and then just sitting in it for like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Is
Yeah,
it
I
from
saw
that
that
one
too.
channel that like is getting a ton of views because it's recommended to me every
Henderson
week now?
Variety.
Henderson University or
Yeah.
whatever.
He said,
Yeah.
"Check out this clip of Devon
Eating pussy."
I said, "Awesome."
He did that shit in TNA to Gail Kim, and that was way
Yeah.
extra though.
Yo, Bubba was literally like, "What are you doing? What are
Yo,
you doing?"
get out of there. Get out of there. Kurt Angle defeated The Godfather with hose in 2 minutes.
Wow.
Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, and Perry Saturn defeated Rikishi Fatu, Scotty Tuati, and, of course, Taz.
I can't believe that Shane Douglas wasn't with him.
Yeah. What if? Why would WWF not want the franchise, Shane Douglas?
We'll talk
Why
about
is
it. We'll talk about it.
Rikishi-
We'll talk about it.
Why is Rikishi and Scotty not teaming with Grandmaster Sexay? Why are they teaming with Taz?
They defrocked Grandmaster Sexay.
defrocked.
He's
Taz
been
is cool now?
defrocked. He is no
Too
longer
brother.
too cool. He's just regular cool.
Diffracted it?
He's an
Diffract?
average
Yeah.
level of cool.
Triple H with Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon defeated Taka Michinoku with Bradshaw, Farouk, and Funaki to retain the WWF
Holy
title.
shit.
I remember the match being cool. The Hardy Boys of Jeff and Matt Hardy defeated TNA of Albert and Test. Not in
The
that
whole
order, though.
TNA wrestling roster? Wow.
With Trish Stratus in 3 minutes. Val Venus defeated The Big Show by DQ in 2.5 minutes. Eddie Guerrero with China defeated Chris Jericho to retain the European title in 5 minutes. And in our main event, what the fuck? The Rock defeated Bull Buchanan and the Big Boss Man with Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, and Vince McMahon in a #1 contendership 2-on-1 handicap cage match.
What the
Damn right. Damn right.
Holy
That's-
shit.
The
I
more
would
I
say
read,
that-
the more I got confused.
I was going to say that's classic Russo booking, but he's definitely on the other
He's
show.
not there, no. Maybe it was left over. They just had like the scraps from what he left. So
Dude, that's
it
so
could be.
fucked. A 2-on-1 handicap cage match with all these people.
WWF
involved?
World Heavyweight Title #1 contender 2-on-1 handicap cage match.
It
7
really
minutes.
didn't matter what they did at that point. They were so red hot. Do
Yeah,
whatever.
The Rock could have came out and took his shit in Vince's mouth, and everyone would have ate it up.
Yeah, so Raw,
Vince
that Raw,
McMahon shit in my mouth club.
that Raw
Shit in
ended up
Vince's
getting
mouth club, yeah.
a 6.1 rating.
This guy's
Yeah.
6.2 or 6.1?
6 point, what's it 6.1?
6.2, Tony.
6.2, oh shit.
There you go. You
It's
told
like
me.
they kissing his ass, but he just shit in his mouth. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucked.
He shits in your mouth, or you shit in his?
No, he wants you to shit in his mouth.
He wants shit. Ah, give me a shit. If you want to show me what you're capable of, this is how you get pushed.
He's coming to shit.
It's not even out in the ring. It's backstage.
It's not even on the show. It's at his house.
It's not filmed.
It's not even has anything to do with wrestling.
I think I saw it on Beyond the Mat. We got Animal, we got Hawk, we got shit.
He was the third Road Warrior. Road Warrior
Legion
dump.
of Doom shit.
Road Warrior dump. Yeah, Legion of Doom shit.
Legion of Doom shit. I like it.
Oh, damn.
That would really... if that's what... hold on a second.
LOD shit.
If that really would have happened, I feel like my view on wrestling...
If you really think...
would drastically change.
If you actually think Vince McMahon would eat shit and have a club that he...
The Vince McMahon Eat Your Shit Club.
Feed me shit.
Wow, this show sucks. Anyway,
if you actually
thankfully, Ted Turner was not. Hold on a second, Rikishi, what do you think about that? Thank you, Big Quiche. Appreciate that.
No problem. I got him on speed dial.
Thank you, Oos.
Shit in my mouth, Oos.
Oh, shit in my mouth.
Anyway,
WCW Nitro. It's a
Yes.
restart, man.
The
What's
night the
that
world
mean?
was changed is the tagline.
why did they do this?
Whew, because Russo wanted nothing to do with WCW Wrestling, that garbage
yeah.
company. We're going to turn things around.
Wrestling.
So talking about this, Bischoff was out. Then they brought Russo in. Then Bischoff came back when Russo was there, right? Because they were going through a lot of like ownership stuff. So Bischoff left, and they were like, "We're not going to have an owner of WCW anymore. We're just going to have like Turner guys own it, right? Isn't that how it went? Some shit.
He was
like
not
that.
supposed to come back, but he did come back.
He just came back as creative, though, right? I think he said, "I'll come back as long as I don't have to own anything. I'm just creative."
Right.
Yeah,
He was like-
and on screen.
Ted Turner told me that, actually. That sounds right.
So, opening segment here, all the wrestlers are in the ring.
And out of the ring.
It does a
They're
real
everywhere.
awkward close-up of Chris Candido at the beginning. Hey, how's it going?
So, just before that, there's pyro going off like fucking crazy. So much so that one streak of pyro shoots directly down and attacks somebody in the ring.
Dude, the girls that were in the ring, I don't know who it was, but one of the girls was like combing pyro out of her hair. It was crazy.
Yeah, her hair was on fire. And then it cuts to the shot of the ring, as James says, and Chris Candido is blankly staring directly into the camera. Everyone is standing around in nice clothing, except for like Vampiro, who's in a fucking jacket.
You're lucky he wasn't doing
yeah.
the smelling his balls thing.
As he do.
You see everyone in the ring here, of course, but you don't see anybody like Goldberg or Nash
None
or
of the
Hogan. or,
top guys.
Yeah, just that's it. They have more wrestlers come down the ramp, though. People like, Scott Steiner, Jeff Jarrett, Van Hammer.
The Wall
What the fuck?
The cat.
Jeff
The cat was
Jarrett
pretty over at the time.
is having quite a day here, it seems, because Jarrett comes out in a sleeveless button-up collared sweaty shirt.
He's looking different, man.
Orange as hell.
and welder glasses on as he always wore for some reason.
Did you can see his eyes through the glasses?
Yeah,
Exactly.
the welder
Like, what
ones,
is-
dude. They're protective
What is
glasses.
happening here? They say these people are looking at jobs and careers that may be on the line.
So Jarrett comes out and cuts a promo about being the chosen one. He was handpicked to be the next WCW champion some 6 months ago
They say that Vince Russo called this meeting, by the way.
in the ring.
Before, it's say Vince. This was Vince. Why everyone else out here right now is Vince Russo called for this meeting, but he hasn't come out yet.
Jarrett says his future was in the hands of Russo in the WWF, the guy who had the biggest hand in turning the WWF around. He said that plan got derailed by a good old boy who couldn't compete with Vince Russo.
They say that good old boy thing, the good old boy network, 400 times. What
You
is the
ribbing me,
good
brother?
old? What's the good old boy network?
I thought I
Boys is
knew,
Turner.
and then I
It's
didn't
Turner.
know.
It's Turner. It's the,
I thought so too,
It's the
but it was
WCW Wrestlers.
I thought he was implying it was like the Millionaires Club.
No, he's implying it's like Turner and the Millionaires Club. That's what he's talking about.
This whole thing
Weird.
was very confusing.
Shockingly.
Jarrett then introduces Vince McMahon's best kept secret, Vince Russo.
Ah.
Russo was supposed to not ever be an on-screen character. Psych.
Mark Madden specifically says he says he'd never appear on camera. What's this about?
Just like Tony Khan, 9 days, 9 days, 9 days, 9 days.
Vince Russo then walks out as awkwardly as humanly possible, looking at the ground, just some random music playing, just this whole thing.
He came out to a cover of Iron Man, I remember. I'm an Iron Man.
That was his theme, but that's not what played here.
Yeah, but not
because
here, not here.
fucking
No.
Dubs
They
bullshit.
played Daru Sandstorm with this, dude. I don't know.
Glacier's coming out?
Russo came out and all I heard was, break the walls down.
Russo says after giving 6 years of my life, every day of my life, to the WWF, I came to WCW to beat Vince McMahon at his own game. And then he says, oh, well, you know, the good old boy network kicked in, and they wanted to bring down the new blood. He says, you scum at home. No, here you are, because you're watching me right now. You know I'm talking about you.
You bunch of slap nuts.
Who's he talking about?
You know, slap nuts.
The boys
Slap
at
nuts.
home. The bunch of slap nuts.
I'm at home.
Oh, you're slap ass. He's talking about you.
Damn,
So,
man.
yeah, you know. Vince Russo starts off, he goes, Benoit knew! I said, oh my God, what do you know? What are we talking about? Jericho knew. Malenko knew. Saturn knew. Douglas knew.
Douglas was meant to go with them, and then they said, "No, we don't really want you, dude.
We don't want to be franchised.
They
I
actually,
think Conan was supposed to go too.
yeah, they were supposed to all have this deal together. Like, we're going to sit together as boys. And then they negotiated a deal without Douglas because they thought,
they said that
they thought Douglas was going to give him heat. And so
That's
they were
right.
like, yeah, probably not.
They're probably right
also-
in that
yeah.
regard.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know, what would Shane Douglas have done on Raw in 2000? Fight Rikishi?
He would definitely.
started here.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what it would have been. That's exactly
Yeah.
what it would have been. I've been held down by these old motherfuckers, and now it's time to franchise. Oh, they also said Scott Steiner knew. Scott Steiner was
Oh.
suspended. This was, of course, after
Steiner's
his
in the ring.
outrage. Yeah, well, he's back.
Also, he's in the crowd as well. Did you see the Steiner in the crowd?
There's a Steiner in the
No.
crowd.
There's a guy that's got an "I'm Yo Daddy" sign, and it's
Oh,
Scott,
shit.
with the Scott Steiner logo, and he's flexing, and he's got the bleach blonde hair and sunglasses.
At
That's
one point,
what's
up,
the Incredible Hulk is in the crowd, dude. He's
I did. One and only Hulk.
the only Hulk.
Yeah, what was that? Dude got all green just for this show. That's fucking crazy.
He was you could barely see him, dude. Like, he was one
Just a
shot.
one
and
shot,
He
yeah.
gets pushed all the way back. Russo also says he heard that there was going to be a change in direction, and he knew that direction sucked.
So instead, we did a best of show and then stripped all the titles.
Eric Bischoff's music allegedly hits, and a sign that says "The Bish is back." Mark Madden says, "I've died and gone to wrestling heaven, or I've woken up in wrestling hell."
So Bischoff's theme song had an intro that says, "Are you done yet?" I swear
Really?
that was either on like a CD, like a WCW CD or something.
I don't remember that
somewhere
at all.
because he says it at the beginning here. Are you done yet? But I swear that's like part of
That's
his
so
theme.
weird.
The WCW CDs were weird though. Do you remember those, Johnny?
Oh, the WCW CDs always included fan noise, which I
Yeah,
think
like-
is. There was a rumor that the song they put on there for Goldberg with the crowd noise was the one they just used on TV to make it sound like he was popular. That was something I remember
Really?
reading.
And then the
Yeah.
Wolfpack one had crowd noise too.
Arena
yeah,
effects?
yeah. The CD had arena effects on it.
Whoa, just super
Yeah.
reverb arena effects. Like,
Yeah.
No, it really was. I'm not even kidding. And that's why
It legit sounded like they recorded the song in house, like with the crowd, and then put it on a CD.
That's pretty sick.
And that's
Oh,
why
it
when they
was-
released those songs on Spotify or whatever, that's why it was a big deal to put the Wolfpack theme without crowd.
So Bischoff comes out here, and it cuts to Russo in the ring, and it's. If you've ever seen this picture of Russo's just face looking like, what the fuck? This is from this. Classic meme shot.
Yeah, so Bischoff immediately shakes his hand and he starts off his promo. Everybody wants to know where I've been. And if I hear Good Old Boy Network one more time, shut up, everybody dies.
He says, me and Russo have a lot in common, and we were both screwed by the Good Old Boys Network.
No, you weren't. You made a lot of money with the Good Old Boy Network.
The Good Old Boys Network. That's what
Oh my
DPW's going to air
God.
on. Good Old
the
Boys
hell?
Network. He says, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Sting, DDP, Sid Vicious. He says, I regret signing all of them.
Fuck you, Sid.
He fucking hated Sid. He shoots on
Specifically
him
said,
later.
I'm about to bury you.
He said, the biggest mistake I ever made was signing Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, wow.
They all come out, of course, the Millionaires Club. Kimberly
Yes.
Page also comes out.
God bless you.
Eric Bischoff thanks them for coming to work tonight instead
Yeah.
of, golfing, having lunch with Michael Jordan, signing a book at a trailer park, and going to Hollywood.
His
for
way
years.
of burying Luger was saying, "Oh, you're gonna have dinner with Michael Jordan." Like what is that? Like an insult? Like, yeah, hell yeah, I'd have fucking dinner with Michael Jordan.
What up, Sid? No softball game. Hey, what up, Lex? No golf game. No dinner with Michael Jordan. What? That's actually kind of cool.
I'd rather be doing that than this.
Hey, DDP, you white trash piece of shit. Whoa, God.
What about those 7 fans at the trailer park? You piece of trash.
There's a sign in the crowd that says Harris Bros lick Jarrett's nutsack.
True.
Just letting you know.
I didn't see that, but knowing what went down in TNA, that's pretty true.
DDP says, I don't know what the hell you're smoking, but you better step off. This is real intense. And then Bischoff says, screw you, bitch. This is 15 minutes into this fucking promo.
Oh, yeah, we're not even halfway done with this shit. Bischoff runs down everyone on the stage. Vince Russo grabs the mic, says, Ric Flair, you old bitch. You are a piece of shit on the bottom of my shoe.
He does say that. That's word
I'm
for
going to
word
scrape
what he
off that
says.
shit and flush your ass down the toilet personally.
So 2000 WCW, everybody fucking hates Ric Flair. Everybody
Everybody on the roster.
There's someone in the crowd that has a sign that says, Ric Flair, make me a sandwich, bitch. Even that guy hates Ric Flair.
I don't even think
not into Ric Flair.
2000 Ric Flair liked Ric Flair. He hated
David
himself,
Flair
too.
definitely didn't like him for sure.
No.
He didn't like him.
No.
Arn didn't like him. Theirs is just, fuck, man. Rough times
Yeah.
for Ric Flair.
This is when they decide that it's time to strip all the titles.
Yeah, Vince Russo walks over to Jeff Jarrett and says, hey, pal, you're just going to have to trust me. I'm going to need that U.S. title,
Can you
son.
give me that title, please?
Trust
He
me,
says,
trust me. Do you trust me?
give me the U.S. title. All the titles will be stripped. What? Why?
Because it's
Is
a
there-
new blood.
It's a new day.
That's so dumb.
It's all the titles are then redone on Spring Stampede in 6 days.
How about just give people title shots?
Exactly. Why didn't they just have title matches at the pay-per-view
Yeah,
where the new blood faced
the
the
pay-per-view
people?
is this weekend.
Half the champions in the ring were the new blood.
Russo says tonight it'll be a new playing field. And Bischoff says, Sid, you're going to have to give me that title, son. And Sid says, if you want to give me this belt, bring your scrawny old ass up here and take it. He's real intense. Big guy,
That got a
Sid
big
Vicious
pop.
is.
That got a big pop from the crowd.
Yes, big pop for it. Sid is gigantic. He's huge. He's jacked. He's got the title. Bischoff looks directly at him and says, okay. Bischoff walks up and takes the title.
Dude, the only person in the Millionaires Club who's a champion is Sid. Why did they strip the rest of the people? The new blood had the titles.
They stripped all of their guys. That's true. I didn't even think of
Everyone in the
that.
ring is the new blood and they had the titles.
They could just strip Sid?
Well, the Harris Bros got stripped the tag title, so maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's for true.
Bish
They
goes
should
up
get tails
to-
up, though.
He goes up to Sid and he says, "What's the matter, Sid? Can't find your scissors?" And then
Scissors.
And then Sid goes, "What the fuck?" And then he goes, "Huh?" And he goes, "What's the matter, Sid? Can't find your scissors, huh?" Nobody pops. Nobody reacts at all.
Because no one knows what the fuck that means. But so what's the story? Him and Arn got into a fight and he pulled scissors on him?
He's
right?
apparently stabbed Arn like 20 times with scissors.
You want me to read this off real quick?
Yeah, could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yo, Editor James here. I just want to tell you guys this story was edited into this in post, just so if it sounds a little different than maybe the rest of the podcast, or you thought maybe this was a little weird of a transition here, that's why it sounds like that. Just because we had to look up the Sid interview, a couple of the stories didn't match up, so we wanted to go and just listen to Sid and what Sid said about this. So this is what Sid had to say about the Arn Anderson and Sid Vicious scissors story from 1993. Yes, that was that long ago. We're going to talk about it, of course, afterwards, but just wanted to let you guys know. So let's go ahead and get to the story. So Sid recalls it like this. He said, I'll tell you exactly what happened. We were in a bar and I was just waiting for food. We were all at a table drinking. Sid went on to say, Arn asked the question, what's wrong with our business? Why aren't we drawing the other company this, the other company that? So Sid said, you want to know what's wrong with our business? We have an old man in Ric Flair who needs to get the fuck out of the way. Of course, then they got into an argument because Arn and Rick are friends, and then they started slinging beers all over the bar. And then after that, everybody went back to their room. Sid said as he was going to his room, Arn Anderson and a bunch of other guys were in the hallway, and then he broke a beer bottle and threatened to cut Sid. Sid was only staying a few doors down from Arn Anderson in the hotel, and Sid wanted to go back to the bar, but he just went to his room, ate a sandwich, and he said to himself as he was in his room, man, this motherfucker. Started talking to himself a little more. He said, this fucker threw a beer in my face, and now he's threatening me with a fucking beer bottle broken. You know what? I have to draw a fucking line. So there was a chair sitting next to him in his hotel room, so he broke the leg off of it, and he was going to go fucking kill Arn Anderson. So Sid grabbed the leg from the chair, went down the hallway, and went to Anderson's room. His door was shut, so he knocked on it and said, "Come out here, motherfucker." Sid could hear some falling down and stumbling behind the door, so he just assumed that Arn Anderson was drunk. And then he just looked at the chair leg and was like, this is fucking stupid. So he just threw the thing down the hallway and said, screw it. But Arn Anderson ends up coming out of his room, and Sid turns around, and there's Arn Anderson standing in the hallway with a pair of scissors. Sid said that he tried leveling with Arn Anderson. He said, hey man, this has gone too far, but then Arn Anderson just kind of rushed him. And there are a ton of wrestlers in this hotel with him, of course. Steve Austin was there, Nasty Boys, Too Cold Scorpio, Big Van Vader. They all have their own sides of the story too, so if you want to look this up, you can. When Too Cold Scorpio got down the hallway, he just saw Arn Anderson and Sid Vicious bleeding in the hallway fighting each other. Apparently, Sid had the scissors, got Arn by the hair. He's booting him in the face, stabbing him with the scissors. Arn Anderson's spitting up blood. It's just a crazy scene. Sid said, I think I heard Arn Anderson say, man, you're fucking killing me, or something like that. And then he looked down and he saw that the scissors were in his hand, and he was like, fuck, man. Sid said that he saw blood come gushing out of his stomach, and he's like, I've been stabbed. He's been stabbed. Just what the fuck is going on? Sid ended up getting fired by Eric Bischoff. Arn Anderson only got a suspension, and then they moved on from there. And I think they're on good terms today. Now, a reminder that this happened in 1993. This episode we are watching is from the year 2000.
But this was definitely you had to be deep internet boy at that time to know that story, right? That's
yes,
this
absolutely.
wasn't even a well-known, a lot of internet stories you could tell, they run the dirt sheet. This wasn't even a big, I don't remember that at the time.
There was message boards and shit, and the Observer existed in 2000, but this was not the common knowledge, and that's why I got no pop.
I feel like Mark Madden was like, "Oh, did you hear what he just said? Oh my god!"
Yeah, he did say that.
Mark Madden reacted
fucking
crazy.
Goofy. Bischoff says, "I'll heal if you say you want to lay me out. You hand it over, and I'll heal. And when I get done healing, I'll spend the rest of my life knowing that you're unemployed. So either lay me out and take your chances, or hand over the belt. And you got some scissors or no?"
You give me the belt, I give you scissors.
Sid hands over the belt. I don't know why he didn't lay Bischoff out. They made Sid look fucking like a bitch here. He hands over the belt and says, "See you on the 16th at Spring Stampede."
They made everyone in the Millionaires Club look a bitch here for no reason.
Yeah.
It's these are the guys that
the
draw.
whole show.
We'll get to it in a minute, but I mean, even just two of these guys in the ring just punching each other, the crowd was going nuts for these dudes. They love these guys.
They thought that they could get the new talent over by completely shitting on the over guys, and that's so weird.
It was such a fucked up angle. I don't even understand it. The whole time, nobody gives a shit, though. They're like, Goldberg, Goldberg, Goldberg. They just chant Goldberg. They just want to see Goldberg. They don't give a shit about this. They don't give a shit about
these titles, by the way. Bischoff brings the world title back, and there's just a pile of titles. There's not taking care of them. And Sid is the only one upset about this title loss, by the way. Everyone else is okay with it.
Yeah, the new blows, whatever.
Fuck. Speaking of this New Blood Millionaires Club thing, I don't understand how the old guys clutching to their spots, not wanting to put the younger talent over, makes them the baby faces. I still never understand that.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. None of this makes
weird.
sense.
But they get cheered every time. The crowd loves them so much. They cheer Sting and Luger.
The dudes are over.
You're gonna cheer Sting, or you're gonna cheer Ernest the Cat Miller? What are you gonna do here,
dude? What's crazy is in theory, I love the idea of the Millionaires Club versus the New Blood.
It's a good idea, but execution just completely wrong.
Shockingly, the right version of the Millionaires Club is the Main Event Mafia.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That went so well. That was a good angle.
The front line and the Main Event Mafia is this angle just reversed.
Let me try that one more time.
Yeah, that's exactly
that was genuinely what it was for Russo. Let me try that one more time.
This opening segment is 20 minutes long, though.
Yeah, it is. It goes on forever, man. Good Lord. Just to get the titles off of Sid. They basically just wanted the title off of Sid. I don't even know why they stripped anybody else.
I didn't even see anyone else have a title except Jarrod and Sid.
I like the opening visual of all the guys standing in the ring not really knowing what's going on and what their
It did not have to go this fucking long, though. They were all dressed up, too, by the way.
Yeah, they were. Something crazy was going to happen. Oh, something's crazy about to happen.
They could have. They literally could have cut to the commentators at the beginning of the show and said, all titles have been stripped because we have a brand new Nitro. That's literally how they could have done this.
Yeah, well, they knew that, how to get over the super over Vince Russo has never been seen on camera before. That was all
and they had to get the
really.
Scissors line over, too. That's
Scissors!
I'm guessing the new initiative for them at this point was to just put in as much like smart phrasing as possible.
Yeah, I don't know who they were trying to definitely tap into the crowd that they hated, which was the internet crowd.
That was a big Russo thing.
Dude, they do it in the next segment.
Nitro is brought to you by Castrol GTX Drive Hard. Oh
yes,
my God!
They crossed the line.
Oh my fucking God!
That's like like when Macho Man brought over Slim Jim, Russo bought over Castrol GTX Drive Hard.
I felt dirty. I actually felt dirty seeing that.
Makes me
felt wrong.
sick.
It fucking felt real wrong. I didn't like it one bit. Castrol GTX is my preferred WWF brand.
Well, not anymore, pal.
What do? I can't change brands now. I don't like WCW.
WWF and WCW, they were just getting it all.
You just got to get a new car, man. You just ditch the whole
drive
car.
a bike.
So Hulk Hogan shows up to the arena.
Dude.
This is not the last time you will see Hulk Hogan tonight. I promise you. I
No.
promise you. We head backstage. Sting and Hogan are talking backstage. Sting is not happy about this new initiative. Hogan said, "Is this real talk, brother?" Sting says, "I'm not ribbing you."
I'm not ribbing you. Hogan gets up to leave. And he says, "I'm not ribbing you." He says, and Sting said, "Bischoff is on to you." Hogan said, "How bad?"
This
Sting
is
says,
so
he should
fucked.
just
This
kick
is
you
the
right
worst
in the nuts.
dialogue ever.
Yeah, like what?
He's on you. How bad? He might as well kick you in the legs, in between the legs.
Hogan walks on and he goes, "I'm not ribbing either." Brother. What the fuck, man?
This
Yeah.
is so stupid.
Real weird.
This is not how normal people talk.
They did not have enough time in the opening 20-minute segment to talk about the rest of the show that they have booked, by the way. So Shivani has to quickly say, oh, by the way, Bischoff said tonight's a tournament, 4 men are in it, and the winner faces Jarrod for the title of Spring Stampede. Why Jarrod? Don't worry about it. And
He's
it's
the
DDP, Sting, Luger, and Sid.
chosen one.
That's it.
Yeah, this is all for Spring Stampede. They had to get all this in 6 days before this pay-per-view, by the way.
What, like, nothing was announced for that pay-per-view 6 days out?
No, the whole card is literally New Blood
It's
versus...
because it's a new era, because Bischoff's coming back.
World changed.
I'm surprised they haven't... I love that name, by the way. They should
Does it even
bring that
matter?
back.
Yeah, they should do all those fucking names. Either AEW does it or someone should do it. You're wasting it.
So we go DDP versus TP as the first match here. This is a tournament match. Kimberly Page comes out first and stands on the ramp. I agree. DDP's music gets killed and he gets no pyro.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I guess this is their spite on the Millionaires Club.
Yeah, we control the company, so we control the pyro and the music, and fuck you.
Yeah, so also, if you end up watching Spring Stampede, I don't know, we might even watch it one day. Who knows how things work out?
Who knows?
It actually ends up being DDP versus Jarrett at Spring Stampede, which is funny when you think about it, because Jarrett is Russo's guy and DDP is Bischoff's guy. So in the end, it's just those two
sounds about right.
versus each other.
Yeah.
TP comes out, he gets his music cut off too. So he can't even do his little posing. He tries
Tron gets cut too.
He can't do anything. Elizabeth's out here too. God bless.
Amen.
And then we go to the ring. He starts doing his posing with the light with no music or anything. And then they just brought the lights up. Said, "Fuck you."
Oh, damn.
And then they show a shot of DDP, and he looks at Luger and says, "Let's fucking go."
It's all right. So this match goes pretty quick, about 5 minutes. TP just nonchalantly mule kicks DDP right in front of the ref. No fucks given.
Just fucking
the ref doesn't do anything. He's like, all right, keep going.
Luger hits DDP with a lariat, and DDP dies.
That's like the WCW. I think it's just WCW bumps in general. It's just like these older dudes that are big and they just take these nasty
Just
bumps.
flopping. Flopping on their shoulders.
Everything just looks so much more intense. I don't know.
Yeah.
The ring, too. There's just so much to it here.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the match, Buff Bagwell comes out. Buff Bagwell gets his music and his pyro.
Buff! Daddy! He comes out
this dude.
in no shirt and jeans and hat.
Yeah, backwards hat. I love this guy.
The backwards hat. I love the backwards hat. Buff bat.
Buff is out here for pussy. He wants
Yeah,
nothing but
damn
pussy.
right.
I want all the pussy. He goes to Elizabeth. He's like, "Well, what's up, baby?" and Luger is distracted by this, so DDP low blows him. And then Buff immediately goes around to the other side of the ring and starts flirting with Kimberly. And then DDP is distracted, so Luger attacks him. And then Buff goes back to Elizabeth and starts grabbing up on her. And Luger gets distracted again. And then gets hit with a diamond cutter. And then DDP wins.
DDP is going to the next round of this tournament that was just announced about 6 minutes ago.
DDP's music hits after he wins, and then they cut it off.
Yeah, during this segment, they throw in some more mark terms. They're like, "Oh, what's going on in this program? It's only segment number 2."
Oh, man, they do. I remember that
and
one.
then Scott Hudson starts yelling, "Hezo, Hezo."
So we go Hulk Hogan backstage looking for Eric Bischoff.
Knocking on random doors. I wonder where he's going to find him.
Why the fuck don't they go to the office?
They do
Start at the locker room or the office. What the fuck is wrong with you wrestlers? Are you the dumbest motherfuckers in the world?
Like,
I'm so sick of it.
None of these doors are labeled, but surely he has to have a clue as to where, like, the management would be.
This is real Scooby-Doo-esque. Knocking on the doors. Eric? Eric? Eric?
At one point he opens it, he's like, ooh. Like there's some naked girls in there or something. You don't
One
see
dude's shitting. Like he's just opening a random door. How do you like who asked you to open these doors? Ooh. Looks familiar, dude.
Moolah's back there shitting.
I'll be out there in a second.
So this is definitely a Russo trope, right? The backstage looking for people.
Yeah, they did it on Raw all the time.
Foley just did it, yeah.
And that was what, 98? Russo was still there.
So he was absolutely still there.
Yes. I will give him this though. I do like the backstage like arena being alive.
Oh, I do too. I love it being included too. But it's just looking back at it, you look completely
dumb
ridiculous.
Are these wrestlers? Do you not know the first door is the management door?
I'd love a compilation of wrestlers looking backstage for somebody and looking into every single door. Billy Gunn did it. Austin's definitely done it.
Those were the craziest. Austin and Foley looking for that.
There was multiple New Age Outlaw segments where they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do like another Russo trope was starting a segment, commercial break, and then ending the segment when you came back from commercial break.
Yeah.
I do like that. So like later on, Hogan will, keep looking for Bischoff, and then commercial break, and then it comes back, and he finds him. Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. That's like, I like that. I think that's cool. But
that's fine.
Backstage looking for Bischoff is fucked. So Kurt Hennig just got to the building, and he wants to know, why the fuck am I not involved in this tournament? I've been your right-hand man forever, Russo.
I want to know why he's wearing a sleeveless turtleneck.
What a beast, dude. That dude's awesome. With chain, this guy was beast. I like this.
He's asking about the title match at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, Russo says, well, you're right, actually. If you can beat Jarrett tonight, I'll replace him at Spring Stampede with you. He says, well, thanks, brother.
And then Hogan is still fucking looking for Bischoff, knocking on random doors. He's still doing this.
Eric. No, dude, he's not back here. Just
look at one monitor.
How has nobody seen Eric backstage also? That's weird.
Yeah, he's asking people, and no one knows.
Yeah, he's in his locker room. Weird. We have a Tank Abbott town hall up next. Tank comes out and says...
wasn't there.
I mean, technically he was there.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. You're right.
Tank Abbott says he isn't some candy-ass wrestler. He's a shoot fighter. I'm a shoot fighter. This is fake. All this is fake. And I'm a shoot fighter.
I don't know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch, but I can kick your ass.
And Tank said he came to WCW for Bill Goldberg. Goldberg got injured when Tank Abbott came around. No coincidence. And until Goldberg comes back, he is going to beat up one nun every week until he comes back.
He says, until you get balls big enough to fight me, I'm going to fight innocent victims. And here is his list of people that he doesn't care if they're an innocent victim or not. I don't care if it's Mother Teresa. And I don't care.
So one nun will die every week.
Starts and ends.
The blood is on Goldberg's hand.
So he goes out of the ring, starts scouting fans. And then he walks
to the
commentary.
He saw the old guy. He
didn't want none of him. He didn't want none of him.
Hell no, dude.
He starts walking to the commentary table. And Mark Madden's over the top. Mark Madden sucks, right? Like
we agree that he sucks.
Just making sure.
100%.
I didn't want to.
WCW didn't like him either.
Yeah, no one should have. Tank's walking to the announce table. Mark Madden's like, yeah, you should beat these guys up. Get both of these guys. Kick both their asses. And Hudson and Shivani are like, no, dude. And Tank Abbott walks up and beats the shit out of Mark Madden. He just punches him and throws him over the table and rips his shirt off really hard. It looked uncomfortable. Belly. He throws Mark Madden into the ring. He mounts him. He punches him. It felt like a while before the security cared to come in and stop this.
Scott Hudson said, should we get in there? Tony Schiavone no-sells it.
He didn't even answer.
Not even.
Security makes the save, and Mark Madden has been properly owned.
So Jeff Jarrett's backstage. He isn't 100% about this whole thing about stripping the titles and everything.
Hey, why'd you take my title?
I'm not 100%. He said, you trust me, man? He said, I mean, what do I look like? J.J. Dillon?
What was that?
I don't look like J.J. Dillon.
No, you look like Vince
That's the old wrestling. That's the old wrestling WCW. J.J. Dillon.
The old
he said, who called you the chosen one? Don't you trust me?
Chosen one. So Billy Kidman runs out of the door. Hey! And Tori asks, hey, man, you sure you want to do this tonight? Billy says, I got business to handle, baby.
I got to do this. But before that, Hogan is still looking for Bischoff.
All right, so Backstage, Hogan looks for Bischoff. Come back from commercial. Oh my God, there's Bischoff. Eric takes Hogan into a locker room, not his office, a locker room.
He has Terry
Bischoff.
Taylor first, right? He says, "Hey Terry, where's the locker room?" He says, "Oh, second door on the left." And he goes down to the locker room and opens it.
How stupid is Hogan? Hogan walks up to him and says, "Oh, I heard you were talking shit, dude." And Bischoff says, come on, come on.
Nah, I'm just working the marks, bro.
Hogan just watched, later on in the show, spoilers, Ric Flair arrives, looks at a monitor, hears what happened, and then he has the problem. Hogan heard from Sting that something went wrong. He went looking for Bischoff, and Bischoff said, nah. And he's like, okay.
Dude.
He's just like, come on into my office and I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
That's like, what a dumbass.
Billy Kidman Town Hall up next.
A lot of pyro.
Yeah, he did. He was. I mean, they're giving him a hell of a push right now.
It's quite an attempt. I guess a push is the way to put it. Yeah, sure.
Billy Kidman says he's been given a get out of jail free card because the new blood are now rising instead of being held down by the Millionaires Club. Also, fuck you, Hulk Hogan, you fucker bitch, fuck ass Hogan.
He lays into Hogan here. He says, the one man I want to address, the biggest egomaniac of them all, Hulk Hogan. He says, for weeks, you've been bad-mouthing me about my size. He says, I have two things you will never have. Heart and talent. And Matt freaking Hardy.
Hogan, big size queen.
He says, dude, Kidman says, the only way to get that grotesque orange tan you have is to be in the spotlight for too damn long.
That was fucking awesome. I love that
Scott
line.
Hudson says, checkmate.
That's a really good line.
Kidman says, you say Kidman can't draw flies, and maybe you're right. But who would know more about drawing flies than a piece of shit like you?
Dude, those are like all-time lines.
Those are pretty good, honestly.
Burners, yeah.
Except for he wasted all of them before Hogan came out.
Yeah.
So Billy Kidman calls out Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan is backstage and just happens to see Billy Kidman on a small TV monitor backstage.
He leaves the office, walks up to a monitor, sees Kidman, and then he leans forward and pretends to turn up the volume on it. Those monitors I don't think those have volume.
He says, it's time to see if your balls are as big as your bald spot, Hogan. Then he says, your hero is scared. He's not coming out.
Kidman is still cutting this promo. He's still unsure if Hogan's coming out. The lights are shining red and yellow.
The music is playing.
Come out here, Hogan.
Okay, well, I don't really know.
Hogan's standing next to him in the ring. Come on, Hogan, get out here.
Get out of here, Hogan.
Who's this? I didn't ask for Terry. Hogan comes out in a white shirt and jeans.
And hard nipples.
So who the hell you think you are, brother man? He says, my name is Kidman.
He says, I've been hearing you bitching and crying. When am I going to get my break? When am I going to get the push? You give young guys in the business a bad name, dude. And Kidman says, your run is over. Brother man says, your run is over.
Brother man, your Kidman run is over, brother.
Like I said, if Billy Kidman wasn't so P-whipped.
P-whipped.
It took me a second to get what he said. He said you weren't so P-whipped.
I feel like Hogan should have went with it. If you weren't so pussy whipped by Tori.
If you weren't such a fucking pussy.
What the fuck? So
Kidman
then
gets
that, of course, pisses off Billy Kidman. He said, don't you ever say that shit again.
I hate pussy.
So little Billy and Kidman attacks Hogan.
Little baby dude man.
He hits Hogan once. That's all you're going to get tonight, brother.
Hogan beats the fuck out of Kidman, little Kidman baby
jumps
boy.
off the apron, Hogan moves, and then that's the end of Kidman getting any offense.
That's it, man.
He lawn darts Kidman into the ring post. He throws him back in the ring. Hogan gets on him and says, you're going to kick my ass, dude. Get your ass up, you piece of crap. Starts kicking his ass some more.
Dude, for what it's worth, Hogan seemed pretty into this little feud here with Billy Kidman.
Yeah, he was.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was interesting.
From what I recall, this was like the one Hogan was trying to prove because people were saying he never put anyone over.
I'll put over brother, dude.
Yeah, this was him saying that. All right, I put people over. Like this was his one chance to show that off. So
yeah, I'll put over Billy Gunn.
Hit me with the famous here tonight, brother.
They said, "Who do you want to put over?" He said, "Brother, dude," and so they gave him Kid Man.
How about Dude Love?
All right, we got you, Billy.
Cactus Jack, dude.
So Bischoff comes out with a chair after Hogan is just beating the dog shit out of him.
Is this the most fucking obvious turn that you've ever fucking seen in your life?
What do you mean? I
Plan
didn't see it coming at all.
This is Plan B right here.
How could you see this coming? What do you mean? What did he do that make you think him standing there for 2
when
minutes?
He ran the blade across his forehead before the chair hit him in the head. That was pretty obvious.
Hogan is mounting and punching Kidman. Bischoff gets in with a chair. He says, "Hey, get up." And Hogan gets up, turns around. He says, "I'm not ready, dude." And he turns around, digs.
He runs the blade coast to coast right as the camera zoomed in on his forehead.
Bischoff is preparing the chair shot. He's like, he's like waiting for it. And Hogan is taking so long because he did not get enough juice. I'm not juicy enough yet, dude.
Dude, he fucking blades coast to coast right in front of the camera.
And then he turns around.
Gigging, brother.
I'm running the gig, dude. Hold on. Bischoff said, okay. And he finally turns around, and Bischoff hits him with the chair, and somehow there's already blood smeared on the chair.
As if you thought that he was going to hit Kidman whatsoever. No,
not even close. Hogan is bleeding. I wish they accidentally. I'm not juicy enough, dude. Hold on. Gotta get dude color. I'm only a jack.
My God, it's just I'm surprised by man. Oh, he's working the gig over there. Look how working the
gig. He's gigging hard way, brother. Oh.
He's gigging over there. Look at this guy.
So then Bischoff counts to 3 here, and then Hogan.
Oh yeah,
loses
Kidman covers
something.
him. Bischoff counts to 3. Kidman's music hits, and
they
then
come back from commercial, right? And then they replay Hogan gigging 4 times. If the one time wasn't worse, they do 4 different shots of Hogan blading. And
they may as well have had
shot.
Bischoff come out, hand Hogan the blade, and then stand there with a chair.
So guess what happens after this?
What's that?
Ric Flair arrives ass first out of a limousine. Oh, you see it's Ric Flair's ass.
Bischoff, the limo arrives, the door opens, you just see a big ass, and somehow they're like, "Oh, it's the Nature Boy."
The Nature Boy's ass. That's the Nature Boy's ass.
What's wrong with this fucking guy?
Flair was talking to himself. He's walking out. He's like, "Woo, the Nature Boy, daddy, we're here, we're ready, we're starting, we're profiling."
He's walking, and out loud he says, "Oh, what's going on tonight?" It's like, you're an hour late. You are an
Nobody
hour
else is
fucking
around
late.
you. He's trying to figure out the show format. What am I doing tonight?
Woo!
There's probably a reason that everybody on this show fucking hated Ric Flair. He shows up an hour late.
Just an hour late. Woo, what's going on, daddy? So Hogan's backstage bleeding, throwing shit, yelling, fucking, God damn it, son of a...
Flipping, is this where he flips couches?
He runs into a stack of boxes and almost falls over.
Fuck, did he?
And he starts to bleed. He's bleeding all over the place, rearranging furniture.
This
and
goes
then
on for
you can
about
see
an hour.
the boom mic is struggling to keep up with him. And then the cameraman swings around and shows the whole crew. Because Hogan's walking the wrong way.
Goes over to the distance. Brother, ass, balls.
He gigs one more time right in front of the camera.
He gigs the cameraman.
So we go to Ric Flair, who just arrived, and now he's looking at a replay of the opening segment of Bischoff running down the Millionaires Club.
He was not watching on the way to the show. He's watching now. They replay it for him. Terry Taylor's there showing him.
He was not in gorilla position. He was in go position, they call it in WCW.
Gorilla.
Ain't nobody real. So we get the Ric Flair Town Hall segment.
Yeah.
This is, without a doubt, the greatest pro wrestling segment of all time, and it's not even close.
This is unbelievable.
The fact that WCW is dead after this segment actually infuriates me. This should have carried them for 10 more years. This was
this angle itself should have been enough.
The whole thing, from start to finish, one of the greatest things in
it's just
the history of our
fantastic.
sport.
Flair comes to the ring, says, "Russo, you came to the WWF to save us. You grew up, pal. Watching me. You call me old. Put that word old away. Call me great. I'm great." I love that line. He says, "We didn't get old. We got great. Hogan, Sting, DDP." Then he says, "You ever got a jock on?" What?
You heard,
Was that
you heard the ass man, Nature Boy.
ass first Nature Boy? Oh, no. He says, "At least Bischoff will come to me if he has a problem." He says, "Russo, You come out here right now. And then Scott Steiner comes out to the Steiner Brothers theme.
What?
Did he not have his
so
own
this
music
like
yet?
really. All right, so this whole segment here in the beginning threw me off. First off, I cannot fucking believe that Scott Steiner came out here. Really could not believe
was
that
so
this happened.
excited when he came out.
Ric Flair goes on a tangent about John Elway. He goes, Russo, you bitch. John Elway is the best. I love football. The crowd's like, woo!
He said John Elway. The crowd popped for it, and he looked back. He said, "I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna do it again."
And speaking of football, Yankee Stadium is the place, and Ric Flair is the man. There's a Darth Maul sign in the crowd here that's super fucking sweet.
Just a big picture of him.
That's easy. He was so over in 2000. It's unbelievable. Then Scott Steiner comes out to the Steiner Bros theme song. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was expecting the sirens. It was not the sirens.
It's a story of brothers, Rick and Scott.
I wonder if, because Steiner used NWO theme when he was NWO, and then NWO ended. I wonder if he went back to Steiner's theme.
And let me look to see when he actually started using the Steiner
Or was it just
theme,
a network dub and they didn't?
Maybe.
No, because he used that in WWE.
Yeah, but it was a different version in WWE a little bit.
Let me see.
They put holler if you hear me.
But Steiner immediately comes out and says, "Hey, Ric Flair, you old bastard." I think is what he starts off with.
He starts using the Steiner theme April 24th, 2000.
Oh, this is April 10th. The fuck?
Yeah, so he uses it like after the pay-per-view, I guess.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. I actually didn't know that. Yeah, so Scotty comes out and he is already ready to go. So Scott Steiner comes out. He sees Ric Flair. Ric Flair, you old bastard. I listened to you in the back and you're boring me to death. Say, you bleached your teeth, but you're still crooked as hell.
He said, you obviously listened to me. You bleached your teeth, but they're crooked as hell.
Was this weeks after the promo we did before?
I guess so.
It was because he got suspended. I don't remember the timeline for the last 2000s Nitro we watched, but it
The
had
other one
to
was
be
February 7th.
Okay, so he got suspended like after that.
Yeah.
And then came back and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
So he goes back to the promo we talked about for the Purple Warrior promo. He says, "You and your old bastard friends tried to get me fired. But that didn't surprise me none, because you look at the WWF now, and who been a champion with the exception of one person, they all come from here." He did the math backstage.
He had asterisks, except one person.
Except The Rock.
He said, "You and all your bastard friends ran them out so you could be a 14-time world champion. But that don't mean shit to me, because I see that fat ass in the front row with no teeth. He could be a 14-time world champion if he had a friends pulling strings." He said, I know. There's no way in hell I can bring you up to my level physically or mentally. So I'm going to lower myself to what you are. A low-class white trash from Charlotte, North Carolina." So wait a minute.
It somehow gets even better.
So you see, if you can guess who I am now, Scott Steiner turns around off camera.
It's a tremendous magician act.
You can never guess what happens next.
Guess
Scott
who he
Steiner
is.
turns around, pulls something out of his pants, puts it in his mouth. It's fucking fake teeth.
Big
Dude,
fake
like
teeth.
The big, like you go to a prop store, they're like Billy Bob attire. There's like a hat with the wig.
Yeah,
He got it
attached
from
and then
Party
there's fake
City.
teeth.
It's just with the Ric
Yeah.
Flair teeth.
Absolutely.
Oh my! You have to check, James. You posted this on your Twitter, right? This photo. You have to
Yes.
see. If you don't watch this episode, you have to look at this photo of Scott Steiner with the teeth. It is the most incredible photo you've ever seen.
Dude, Steiner's the greatest wrestler that ever lived. I just go put
Dude,
that out there.
he is. He deserves like, dude. He's the greatest legend of all time. Scott Steiner.
Genuinely one of the greatest ever. Just crazy. So he puts the fake teeth in and he goes,
Do you think
"Me?"
this was his idea?
Yeah, fuck, dude. I don't think he even told Ric Flair what he was doing. I think he just went out there. I 100% think this is real heat between these two dudes.
Dude, he
100%.
called out Russo, and it was a shoot. Steiner's like, "I'm going out." He just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw Ric Flair. He said, "All right, hit my fucking
It was,
music."
supposed to be Flair and Russo having a thing, and then Steiner just comes
Russo's
out.
waiting, like, what the fuck?
They didn't even have his real music ready, so they just put the Steiner Bros music up. They said, "Oh yeah, you go out there." This fucking guy rules. So he puts in the fake teeth. He turns around like, "Me, Gene, I'm the limo riding, jet flying, back stabbing son of a bitch."
The teeth are falling out of his mouth.
He sounds like brr, brr, brr. He can barely talk with the teeth in. It's so good.
Yeah, I got more loose skin than a Shar-Pei puppy.
Why do I feel like I've heard him say Sharpay puppy before?
He said it in the Purple Warrior
Did he?
promo.
Okay, I thought
Yeah.
He said that
I
exact
thought so.
thing.
Got
Yeah,
more
these-
loose skin than
He
Shar-Pei
loves
puppy.
that Sharpay puppy.
That's a fucking great line, man. And then it shows Flair in the ring. He's just like, "God damn it." And then all of a sudden, oh my God, it's the franchise, Shane Douglas.
God. And
you got
Flair gets his ass franchised.
He doesn't even work here.
He spins him around, hits Flair with a chain that he wrapped around his hand, and Steiner is still talking shit on the way to the ring with the teeth in. He's like, be the 14-time champion, don't be shit.
You and all your friends, we're the champion.
Dude, he's still fucking cutting a promo as they like fade to black and cut to the backstage. He's still talking shit on
Always
Ric Flair.
working, baby. Douglas, I guess, is supposed to be a WWF invader, is the way that they framed this. Like
yes, they're making it sound like he left for the WWF and then now he's back here, but he did leave for the WWF, but the WWF didn't take him.
They worked the boy, the Radical. What were they in WCW? They were not the Radicals.
They were the Revolution.
The Revolution, yeah. They all left. They were gonna, band together and go to WWF, and then they
said, "Fuck off."
They all made a deal.
Franchise.
They're like, "Yeah, fuck you," and they all went without him. So then he's
I hear
like,
you say
"Please
franchise
let me
one more
come back."
time. Everybody dies.
All right, so after that segment, we have Kevin Nash show up backstage with crutches and glasses.
Why is everyone so late?
Everyone's late and hurt, and he has glasses on, and he just came from the eye doctor. Like, he got dilated eyes or something.
Thankfully, James, you know who was here sitting in the crowd?
We probably saw him in the crowd through Kevin Nash's glasses. That's why it looked like this.
You don't know who it is because you can't fucking see. They cut to a shot in the crowd, and this is the foggiest picture.
Dude, it's foggy and pitch black.
It's like, I swear I had to pause it and stare very hard to figure out what the fuck I was looking at. I thought it was like a fuck up or something. Turns out, we come back from commercial, they said, get a fucking camera guy up there. What the fuck? A camera guy standing in the stairway where Bret Hart is in the crowd, sitting. I don't know what the fuck he's doing here, but he's sitting
watching
there.
the show.
Just watching. They said Bret's been gone for 5 months. We thought he retired.
Yeah, when we last saw Bret was retired or whatever, after the Goldberg Superkick, right?
He was in a house.
Right, we had the house promo, yeah. So Bret Hart's here. Ric Flair is backstage. He's pissed off. He's looking for Shane Douglas. Can you guess where Shane Douglas is at?
Right next to
He's
him.
in two places, locker room or doing an interview. There's only two places you are backstage. So backstage, guess what? Mean Gene found Shane Douglas, and Mean Gene is pissed. He says, Shane Douglas, you motherfucker. How could you do this?
He said, you asked for your release from this. Going, what the hell are you doing here?
Shane Douglas said, well, Ric Flair's been franchised.
I hated you from day one, and now there's nothing stopping me. And Mean Gene says, you better get your fucking ass out of here.
God, fuck you, Shane Douglas.
He says, you're out of line. And Shane Douglas says, out of line my ass. And you can kiss my ass. franchise. I'm fucking franchise. Shivani on commentary says, I don't know what's happening next. There's been a train wreck every segment.
Which is true.
Dude, there's points in Shivani's WCW career where he just kind of threw up his hands. He's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this company.
Dude, for
anymore.
a show like this, what the fuck do you do? How do you keep selling this? I don't know.
For most of these WCW shows, they didn't have a program. So, like, they legitimately were just calling shit as they saw it. Like,
Probably,
that's crazy.
yeah.
So, we have Sting versus Sid Vicious for this tournament going to Spring Stampede. So, Sting and Sid get their music and pyro. So, I guess we're just the Millionaires things. We're done with that.
They just forgot. They literally just forgot about it. They did it in the opening segment. Even later, when DDP comes out again, they just let him play his own music. They just forget.
They're like, you know what?
about
This
it.
is probably a bad idea. It's killing the crowd. Maybe we shouldn't do this.
Maybe we just don't do that.
Scott Hudson on commentary calls this Black Monday. He says, we lost all of our talent that was supposed to take us into the new millennium. The Radicals left in January.
You still got a lot of talented guys there, too.
You had 60 people at ringside.
None of them can get the job done like Malenko.
I guess not.
So Sid and Sting actually have a pretty fun little match here. Crowd is super hot for it, man. They're just doing punches and like they're not doing anything like crazy here. They just have a good TV match.
There was one thing where Sting like kicks Sid's legs up and Sid's laying on the top rope and he gets a stinger splash. I was like, whoa, what the hell?
That was genuinely impressive. Sid gets like turned over.
Yeah, it was weird. What was even more impressive was Sid low blowing Sting right in front of the referee.
Just goes for it.
Did you see
and then
when
Sid arguing with someone in the front row? Shut your mouth!
When they brawl on the outside, Sting is going to throw Sid in the guardrail, but then Sid goes into the chair instead, and Sting doesn't know what to do.
yeah, it's like the Steiner Christian spot with the apron. He does it with the chair.
He's like, I'm throwing the guardrail, just hits the chair.
They're in the ring, and Sid is yelling in Sting's face, wrong place, wrong time. And he looks at the crowd and he yells, shut up!
I like Sid, man. He's cool. cool.
I like Sid, but I fucking could not get over how heavy he was breathing during the match. Did you guys notice that?
He's
Sid
intense, dude.
Gassed. He's like,
yeah, he went 100%. Like, that's why all his
time.
matches are pretty short because he just went 100% all the time.
50% of his energy is yelling.
Yeah, literally.
So Sting and Sid do a double clothesline double down, and then the Wall comes out.
Wait a minute.
Wearing a table as a hat.
That's the Wall, brother. That's the Wall.
The Wall comes out. He sets up a table.
I miss the Wall's old outfit.
Yeah, what is like?
I was just wearing a wife beater. Yeah,
I like
little
the
cut off arm suit.
Yeah, with the glasses.
Cool. Yeah, the glasses with the tie and everything.
Looks like a smacked ass now. I don't like it at all. Sting pins Sid. Then Sid throws him off onto the referee, of course. Sting hits a Stinger Splash, goes for a second and misses. Sid then goes for the powerbomb on Sting. The Wall comes in and lets him powerbomb him.
The Wall.
The Wall hits Sid with a chair.
I love the Wall, man. I fucking love the Wall.
Brings Sid outside and hits the shittiest choke slam you could possibly ask for.
Sid ain't gonna give him nothing. The Wall? You gonna give the Wall something?
Sid was not going up at all for this choke slam.
Absolutely not.
Through a table, though. And I think... Sid gets counted out, by the way. Sting wins the match. The referee not curious at all as he's counting Sid out, why Sid is laying in a table.
Not even a little bit, man.
So the chair that the Wall hit Sid with is laying behind Sid's head, and it has blood on it. I think it's the same chair that Bischoff used. They only got one to use.
They just got the one chair?
Yeah, I
the
guess
gig
so.
Chair? Yeah, so the ref's not muffed at all that sits through the table and just goes, oh, fuck it. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Sting wins.
Really fast count, too.
So he will face DDP tonight to see who goes to Spring Stampede to face off against the winner of Jarrod and Curt Hennig later tonight.
We're not too sure who's going yet. We'll let you know later.
Ric Flair, Town Hall number 2, Shane Douglas.
Comes out, same outfit. He says,
he just fucking look at. He said, actually, this might be the smartest thing of the night. Instead of going backstage and going door to door, he just walks out in the ring. Shane Douglas. You can hear me.
Honestly, you're right. Just before Flair came out, Shivani says, "Coming up next, I don't know what the hell is going on." And then Flair comes out.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Ric Flair says, "Shane Douglas, you made a lifetime trying to be me. So tonight, I'm gonna make you." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that."
He said, Russo, "You can't type it. Get a phone call." Or call somebody. It's going to happen. Russo, remember this. Diamonds are forever, and so is my ass.
Ooh. Shane Douglas doesn't even work here.
Shane Douglas, how's he booked?
Hulk Hogan still bleeding backstage and throwing shit around.
Throwing a bucket of candy at the cameraman.
Ass, balls. Like, all right, here we go.
What was in that? It looked like a fucking bucket of candy just launched at the camera guy.
That's the catering in WCW was Warheads.
We cut the commercial. We'll come back. Hogan still looking for Bischoff.
Bleeding again, throwing around people.
He grips up 3 count, 2 members of 3 count, and he asks if they've seen Bischoff. They say no, so he throws them into a gate. And
fuck the new blood.
He says, "Bischoff, I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch."
None of this is like censored. He says, "God damn it," like a few times. None of it's censored. That's crazy. Ready to Rumble is coming out. They had the red carpet premiere.
Yeah.
Oh, and guess what I heard? David Arquette's coming to WCW Thunder.
Wow.
Oh shit! Oh fuck.
Jarrett got hit with a diamond cutter by DDP and a guitar shot by Arquette at that event.
Dude,
and then when they come back from that, they say, "Hey, Ready to Rumble made $5.1 million at the box office. Ain't that pretty sweet?"
That's not good for the budget of the movie.
That's not.
But also,
isn't that fucking great, guys?
On the red carpet, they were interviewing like people, and they interviewed Vampiro, and Vampiro said, "I used to sleep on the corner over there."
Thank you, Vampiro.
What's up with this guy, man? Jeff Jarrett versus Curt Hennig. This is for the spot at the Spring Stampede. So they have a pretty nothing match here. Sean Stasiak comes out to Hennig's old music, which he's running he's Mr. Perfect now.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be more upset about the theme song choice here.
No, I wasn't upset. I wish I could have heard it, but I'm okay with it because I actually like this little run for Sean Stasiak.
So yeah, Mr. Perfect theme hits. Sean Stasiak comes out. Scott Hudson says, "He was meat in WWF."
Man.
They keep saying, even later he says, "Sean Stasiak, meat, if you will."
Oh my God, man.
Why would you even? I feel like more people would know Sean Stasiak than meat, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking.
So Stasiak's at ringside. He does this spit gimmick and he spits in the air and swats it at Hennig. The referee, of course, gets bumped. Stasiak gets in the ring and attacks Hennig and then almost ruins Mr. Perfect's career.
He did maybe one of the best wrestling moves ever here.
This is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen.
Now that's perfect.
What was he going looking for?
That was the perfect bomb.
The F-5. I don't know what the
This
fuck
is the
that
perfect
was.
career killer is what it fucking was. He went for like a Samoan drop, but then it was like a Widowmaker into a
I feel like he was
neck
supposed to
breaker.
hook him like an F5, but he couldn't get like his hand up, so he just said fuck it and slammed him
How
anyway.
dare you
almost-
slander meat from the WWF?
if you will. He almost legit killed Kurt Hennig here.
Now that's perfect. I loved it. Keep it up.
And then Jarrod hits Hennig with a stroke for the win.
And Jarrett will be going to Spring Stampede.
Every match, interference, every
You will
match.
not- this is where you can see the booking trope tonight.
Now thinking back, if Sean Stasiak would have been like, I'm the new Mr. Perfect, but fucked everything up, that would have been the greatest gimmick ever.
That would have been awesome, actually.
That's pretty much what he did.
But not.
It wasn't on purpose, but he did do
on
it.
purpose, yeah.
Hey, man, who's working here, all right?
Meat, if you will.
Backstage, Hulk Hogan is still bleeding and is looking in random skyboxes for Eric Bischoff.
Well, on commentary during this match, they said, "Oh, we hear Eric Bischoff's in a skybox now." They just say that, and
Yeah,
that's
they
why Hogan
found
goes
that
to a
out.
skybox. Yeah, there's families and children in the skybox. Hogan is bleeding, saying, "Fuck
Hey, what's going on, goddammit?"
motherfucker! Where are you, fucking Bischoff?" A child is getting bled on. He gigs the child. This is fucked up.
Backstage, Ric Flair is walking.
Still, I don't know what he's looking for. He knows he's fighting Shane Douglas. What is he still walking for?
Backstage, Kevin Nash on his Nokia brick phone.
Where have you been? You showed up a half hour ago. What the fuck are you doing?
He's chilling. Hey,
He's on
talking
the
to his
phone. He
plug.
says, "You gonna be here?" He's like, "Get here if you can."
Yeah, I will.
Okay,
He's like, get here or don't.
We don't
Whatever
know
you
it
wanna
is
do.
till later, though, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Backstage segment. Mean Gene is a lot nicer to Sting than he was to Shane
He
Douglas.
knows get his ass whooped by Sting.
Sting says, I am WCW. I've been here since 1988, so fuck you, Eric Bischoff. This whole shit sucks.
He said, "Yeah, you talk about loyalty. I have loyalty." Woo!
So then we have Ric Flair versus Shane Douglas.
It's a sanctioned match. They ring the bell and everything.
They gave him music.
Yeah.
He doesn't work here. So this match is nothing. Russo comes out with a bat and starts beating the shit out of Ric Flair.
They're both in street clothes. Shivani said on commentary, he's putting it over as Flair. Flair refused to wrestle Shane Douglas before, so that's what this is about. Flair low blows him, takes his shirt off, chops him. Then Shane low blows him. They're brawling all over the place. And then, as you said, Russo comes out with a bat, just fucking hits Flair with it. Then Shane hits Flair with the bat. The bell rings 600 times. Russo stands over Flair and tells him to suck his dick.
Dude, he was X-Pac, no mercy in this
He
dude
was
hard.
super crotch chopping. And then Russo takes Ric Flair's watch that he so conveniently had taken off earlier in the match.
And the camera
that's-
zoomed in on.
And then eventually we see him wearing it as a necklace.
This is Flair's $15,000 Rolex watch.
It's mine now.
So Kevin Nash is walking backstage.
Why?
Oh, don't worry about that, because now it's the Wendy's Monterey Ranch chicken moment of the night. Shane Douglas. They didn't really get this down ever, did they? They never got
Snickers,
this.
at least like Snickers Cruncher. Like that sounds cool. Like Lug's Boot of the Week. And here we got the Wendy's Monterey Ranch chicken.
Hey, I heard
moment
it's
of the
pretty good.
night. What the fuck?
But this wasn't good. Shane Douglas attacked Ric Flair with a bat.
just happened.
Yeah,
and they
this just
made the
happened.
window that they showed this spot in the smallest they possibly could have.
Yeah.
I miss this era of Wendy's, though, with the yellow cups. Yellow cup Wendy's
Ooh,
was
yeah.
so brolic.
Oh,
dude.
it tastes so different.
We have a Kevin Nash town hall. Big, sexy in the house.
Dude, he was over like shit. People loved it.
So over, man. You're right.
That song rules too.
So Kevin Nash, of course, not very happy that these two Jagoffs, Russo and Bischoff, are running around playing wrestler, attacking the boys. So what happened to that sweet little wrestling show we were doing every Monday?
Kevin Nash asked that.
Yeah. Turns out Kevin was talking to Scott Hall on his phone earlier, and he said, Scott Hall is now sober. Nash and Hall saved Russo from getting his ass kicked by Shawn Michaels, says Kevin Nash. Without the outsiders, Bischoff would be bringing up Vern Gagne's coffee up in Minnesota.
Well, we're shooting here.
Oh,
what
man,
Shivani says
why
on
did he say
commentary.
that?
Oh, fuck.
Like again, like really, Vern Gagne is really on the pulse of the wrestling fan in 2000.
Yeah, I know, right?
Minnesota.
What the fuck?
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
so Nash says, bring your bat, bring your chair, and most importantly, bring your balls.
Yeah, I want to see them. Flap them out for me.
Mike Awesome said, I got balls. and he attacked Kevin Nash from behind.
But wait, he's the ECW World Heavyweight Champion right now.
He doesn't work here.
He was meeting the WWF.
He doesn't work here. What the fuck?
Nobody works here.
Nobody is signed. Awesome whoops his ass, beats him with a crutch. This is his debut in WCW. He is, in fact, the ECW champion on the show. They did try to convince him to bring the title, but Paul Heyman said, I'm going to sue the fucking dog shit out of you if you do that.
Sick the boys on you, man.
Yeah. New Jack will actually come kill you if you do this.
You don't want to bring that title on TV, man.
Mike Awesome gets on the mic and he says, when I heard Russo and Bischoff were back in the saddle in WCW, this was just... He doesn't even say... Like, he doesn't get a high pitch at all. He says, it was just too sweet of an opportunity to pass up.
He does. I remember that so much just for that. I think if he would have done too sweet, it would have been fucked up. Like, I wouldn't have remembered it. Too sweet of a deal. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
See, that would have worked.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Been great. And then, like, 3 weeks later, he's already a bitch.
Yeah, they fucking... I mean, like, he had some good stuff in WCW, and I enjoyed a lot of it, but damn, he had to make so much chicken salad out of chicken shit, man.
Dude, it's unbelievable how both companies fucked him up, really. Like, he didn't do shit in WWF either. Both these places did nothing with him. And that dude, listen... Okay, if the guy can't cut a promo and he can't say too sweet, that's one thing. You can put somebody with him. You can, like, this dude is gigantic and he can fucking kill everybody. How do you not make money off this guy?
Yeah, I really don't know because they seemingly try to do that with a lot of people. And it's like, you couldn't just do this with this dude that has, like, cred? Like, that's weird. I don't know. I feel like the business didn't do him right.
They signed him because they didn't want ECW to have him. And they didn't want WWF to have him. They just wanted him. They didn't know what to do with him, though.
They paid him a lot of money.
Oh, fuck
Same
yeah,
with like
sure.
Sandman's though. They paid him a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
So backstage segment. Hulk Hogan backstage on his Nokia. He wants his attorney
limo
on this case. He said he also wants to eat Eric Bischoff's ass.
Okay.
I wrote that down too. Yeah, I wrote that down too.
Hogan says, I don't care how much money it costs. Get my attorney on it. Kidman is history. And as far as Bischoff goes, I'm going to eat his ass. I swear I replayed this 5 times. I thought he said asshole at first. And then I thought he said, I'm going to eat his ass off. But I think he said, I'm going to eat his ass up. That is what he said. I'm going to eat his ass up. But in Deadlock history, he said, I'm going to eat his ass.
I'm going to eat Eric Bischoff's ass.
I'm going to eat his ass.
Look at the tongue, look at the tongue, look at the tongue.
And then Hogan looks to the side out of his limo door that he's sitting right next to that is wide open, looks at the camera and says, get that damn camera out of here, and closes the door. What the fuck?
So he closes the door and then he dies.
The white Hummer. The white Hummer is back from last summer, and he doesn't even work here.
This son of a bitch.
Damn it. He left.
This motherfucker doesn't even work here, man.
A white Hummer drives up and smashes into this fucking limo repeatedly, and they're losing their mind on coming. Oh, it's the white Hummer from last summer. Who's driving the Hummer? And it turns out to be Bischoff and Kidman in the Hummer. Ooh. And Bischoff says, never trust a man with a white Hummer. Why not?
Of course.
Is that like a big trope that I missed? Is that like
that's what they say, bro. That's what they say.
Eric Bischoff said, that's like kissing your sister. What the
That's
fuck,
a wise
Bischoff?
man once said.
That's a wise man once said.
With a
he
white
was meat
Hummer.
in the WWF.
He doesn't even work here. He says, buy your way out of that. Also, what does that mean? What do you mean?
So Hogan is presumed dead. Backstage, Hogan is on a gurney.
He's not dead.
Moving. He's not moving. He's not breathing, and nothing's happening, and he's dead. And then Kidman runs up to him with Bischoff and sprays.
They sprint out of nowhere.
They do like a big hop and a skip. Yeah.
Yo.
That's a big yo. What's up, Hogan?
They run up, and Kidman sprays NB in red spray paint on his chest.
He starts doing it, but in like W, and Bischoff's like, no, it B.
Let me try that one more time.
In B. Okay, New Balance.
They also say Hogan, your fly's down. I don't know why they say that.
Do they say that?
I think it was Kidman says Hogan, your fly's down. I'm like,
well, before you interrupted, dude, I was jerking off. I was jacking it, Jack.
Man.
Bubbling pink meat.
Raw pink cock.
We have DDP versus Sting. This is it, man. This is the big finals here.
He gets his pyro and music. They both do. And Shivani says, TNT has allowed us to run till 10:30.
Oh, that's nice of him.
That's nice.
Jarrett is on commentary. Jarrett goes up immediately. Pretty much, they like hit each other a few times. Jarrett then gets up off the table. And he
I
says,
had enough.
Kimberly, fuck you.
Let me go here and do this real quick.
She wasn't even doing anything. Fuck you, Kimberly. Real
DDP
talk.
attacks Jarrett after that, which is enough time for the referee to get distracted, and Vampiro comes out into the ring, super kicks Sting, and then hits him with a nail in the coffin. And then Hudson on commentary says, "That's the Brothers in Paint." Was that what? Were they the Brothers in Paint?
I couldn't tell who was who. Vampiro, Sting, they get where all the white face paint confused
Hold
me.
on, does he even work here?
Is that meat? That's where I see meat before.
And then it cuts to the outside again, and DDP's like hugging the camera guy. I don't know what's happening.
So happy to be
here.
alive.
And he just gets in the ring, hits the Diamond Cutter on Sting, and wins.
Oh my God, he trots into the ring. He takes forever. He's just like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna get in there and
I'm gonna do my shit real quick. Hold on now.
He had to make sure that the nail in the coffin was not the move that did it. It was the Diamond Cutter. Fuck that move.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Then Scott and Tony at the same exact time go, Jeff Jarrett.
And then Shivani says, "No, you go."
Yeah, you go. And then they pause and they go, okay.
Jarrett will face DDP this Sunday at Spring Stampede, and Jarrett gets in the ring, goes to hit DDP with the guitar. DDP ducks because he does not want to get hit with the guitar, so instead Jarrett cracks Kimberly over the head with the guitar.
Look pretty good.
He knew that Kimberly was behind him, didn't give a shit, ducked anyways.
So I ain't taking this shit, bitch.
Takes the hell.
Yeah, you're gonna leave me
So
anyway.
backstage, Bischoff and Russo meet with Jarrett, and they go, look, the crowd they're cheering for you. They want you to go back out there.
I want to reiterate, this is overrun.
They decided this was the overrun part, by the way. Yeah.
They replayed that guitar shot like 5 times, by the way, and DDP carried Kimberly out of the arena, they said. And he carried her with her head completely dangling off his arms. She is fucked.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So ending segment, Jarrett talks about the Spring Stampede coming up this weekend where he will become the
6 days.
WCW champion.
I wrote that down. 6 days.
6 days. Jarrett does his whole entrance with the pyro and all.
It's overrun, baby. We got till 10:30. Jarrett says if DDP wants to bring his wife along, he can show her a real man with more wood.
Longwood style, bitch.
DDP said, no, I'm going to let you try that one more time.
They did not have to do this segment.
They
Not at
100%
all.
did. So
This
DDP
is
hits
so
the ring.
stupid.
DDP and Jarrett start fighting. Scott Steiner comes in to help Jarrett. DDP starts attacking Steiner, but the numbers game is too much. But wait a minute, TP's here. Wait a minute, Buff Bagwell, Vampiro, The Wall, Sting, Booker T. Oh my God, the cat. We're all out of time. Wait a minute, Bret Hart's here.
It is not nearly as urgent as James is making it out to be. This goes on for definitely 10 minutes.
Fuck. As this whole thing's going on and they're all ski-woing, we're out of time. You just hear the whole crowd going, Goldberg, Goldberg. They do not want to see anybody but Goldberg.
The order of entry is correct. The amount of time it took for them to come out, a little more than James implied.
Wait a minute. What about The Wall?
Dude, Sting comes out and whoops everybody's ass, and then the people they send out to stop Sting are Booker T and Ernest Miller.
Yeah,
What the fuck
that's
is Ernest
awesome.
Miller doing out here?
trying
Jarrett
to
hits
hit
the
him.
stroke. The New Blood then celebrate for 3 whole minutes. Bischoff and Russo walk onto the stage and celebrate and shake hands. And then Bret Hart slowly walks up behind them, and then the show goes off the air. This show is unbelievably WCW.
Yeah. Whoa.
Not a single match ended clean. Not one.
All of them featured a nut tap, mule kick. All of this had something to do with New Blood running into the match after a ref bump.
Yeah. Every single one.
Every one of them. It's just this whole
14
show.
people don't work here. There's
This
more
was-
people not working here than are working here.
And I loved every second of this fucking show.
This was great,
Does
honestly.
Bret Hart
This
join
is-
the... Dude, I was wondering if Bret Hart joined the Millionaires Club. Is that what was going on there? But then
No,
I
I
look
don't
it up.
think he-
I
don't
look
think
it up.
He's a
so.
young gun in the game.
Does he do
I look
anything?
up and he's a part of the New Blood. So there's that.
Oh, Goldberg eventually joins the New Blood too.
What about Meat from the WWF?
Meat actually also in the New Blood.
That's awesome. New Blood's just got everybody, man.
There you go. WCW, April 10th, 2000, the reboot. And I'm sure, Tony, if you could do me a favor real quick, if you don't mind, I'm just curious. what the rating was for the following Nitro.
Oh, for the next Nitro?
Yes, which would be, I believe, the 17th of
This
April 2000.
episode of WCW, by the way, is the legit definition of I'm going to let you try that one more time.
Because this one did a 3.1. Because if it went up, then you know what? Good for them. I mean, it is after a pay-per-view, and I imagine there's usually a pay-per-view bump.
What was the rating you said?
3.1.
3.1. I think it. Yeah, I'm looking through here, but I can't figure it out. And I gotta try and find the ratings here, but
okay,
it's kind of hard to find them, just because like they have the pivotal moments of the ratings, but
yeah,
it's
actually hold on, I might have it here. April 17th. 2.5.
That's so sick.
Wow.
Yikes.
It was too big brain, honestly.
Yeah, I
too
guess.
big brain.
They went from a 3.1 to a 2.5, and they bounced around there for a little bit. Wow. Yeah, Raw got a 6.7 next week.
Oh my God.
And then the following week, a
decimation.
7.1, and then a 7.4.
Raw couldn't do anything wrong at this time.
No.
Right?
They could do anything. They could did whatever they wanted. They could have had somebody come out and shit in Vince's mouth. And it would have been...
I'm sure they tried.
There you go. WCW and its crooked yellow teeth.